Hey, good morning. March 16th, day 25. Leaving Standing Bear Hostel. That's one of the... Oh man, that's just a great hostel. It's not great because of all the luxury. I mean, it's rustic. It's, you know, it's got a privy, but it's on a creek and it's got a fire pit and a little store. You just write down what you're taking throughout the day and you settle up with them at night. One guy's in there making breakfast for people. It's a good place. I would highly recommend staying there once you get out of Smokies. It's kind of cold today, so I got to get moving so I can warm up. I'm either going 15 or 20 today. I just don't know. A lot of climbing today. I got to see how I feel. I'll see how I feel at 15. I'll check in with y'all later. I haven't filmed a lot this morning because I've been climbing for an hour and a half, maybe. When you come out of Standing Bear, there's a long climb. And I think I'm almost to the top of it. I'm filming this because I haven't really come across a lot of sections of the trail like this, which is called a bald, and it's usually on top of a mountain, and there's no trees growing up there, but you get a good view. And I'm still going up. You just get used to going up, man. They say doing the Appalachian Trail is like climbing Mount Everest 16 times. I'm a little over 10% done, and I believe it. Let's see what we got. We should have a pretty good view up here. Oh, it's starting to flatten out a little bit. Look, I see some people enjoying the view. Okay, coming off of that mountain. So I was talking to Mama John about the really bad weather I encountered the other day, where the winds were whipping and the clouds were rolling over the mountain. And she said, that was a nasty little patch of weather. I said, little patch? It went on for like 3 hours. I mean, it wasn't constantly like that, but I kept running into areas where I was on the top of a mountain and I was on a ridge, and this went on for, I'd say 5 or 6 miles. Not constantly, but I kept running into that. It was amazing. And I also wanted to say that I know it must sound like I'm sniffling all the time, but when you're out here and it's cold and you're hiking, I don't know about most people, but my nose just runs constantly. And I have pretty much perfected the snot rocket. Man, I can launch those things. But you got to do it. You got to do it. If you want to breathe, you got to do it. So, when you're doing a long hike, you can kind of get into a group that has the same pace as you. You just kind of get into a rhythm. And I've been keeping up with these 20-something-year-olds. I met them just before the NOC. Well, some have come and some have gone. Really, before at Fontana Dam, we met a few other 20-year-olds, and I've been keeping up with them. Mainly, the motivation was to get through the Smokies. But I got to tell you, and I'm glad I met them and have kept up with them, because it got me through the Smokies pretty quick. But I got to tell you, I can't do as many 20 and 22 mile days as they can. They get to camp an hour or two before me, so they get more rest. It's just, it's just hard to keep up with them. Maybe if the days were a little bit longer and I could go at my speed, and an extra hour or two wouldn't be that bad, but I'm going to have to. I know there's a group of older men behind me. I met them at the Fontana Lodge, and it'd be nice to find somebody that's more of a 15 to 18 mile pace versus an 18 to 22 mile pace. It doesn't sound like much, but man, Papa John needs a 0 day badly. And I know it's coming. That's my motivation for getting to Hot Springs, North Carolina. I'll take a 0 there. But I'm gonna have to let them 20-year-olds go, man. I can't keep up with them. I mean, I could, but it'd kill me. And Papa John doesn't want to be killed. It's kind of an interesting little feature on the trail. Have to go through all this and then back around and make sure we can find a white blaze so we're still on the trail. There it is. Just tell me we're turning left. Turn left. There we go. This is a place known as Max Patch. It's pretty high up here, 360-degree views, and it's cold and windy. And I'm cold. Ooh, that wind.
You know, this goes out to the most beautiful people in the whole wide world. That's right. You listening to this song. You know, you gotta cut loose every now and then and just party down, you know what I mean? Yeah, that feels alright. Come on. Yeah. Ooh. And special thanks going out to Little Beaver. Yeah, who came up with this thing. For all the world to party down.
Oh, my ocean is a deep one. Oh, my road is a long